New Black Wall Street Book Club. Evan Jefferson, brother, much love. Educating, elevating, because in knowledge is the power and we'll never give it up. Literature is for the masses. Wanna put your money down, now how to watch your assets. Yeah, uplifting others is a passion. My brother Evan, he will turn it into action. New Black Wall Street Book Club. You should come read with us. Yeah, we comprehend and discuss. Yeah. We all just come together. There's no limit for us. Here comes your host, New Black Wall Street. Evan, take it away. New Black Wall Street. New Black Wall Street Book Club.
All right, good morning, my beautiful people here on Teach 'em Tuesday. Hopefully you're ready to rock and roll. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is ERGJ, your certified financial educator, founder of the New Black Wall Street and the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Back with the New Black Wall Street Book Club. We're going through the book, our new book for this week. Our new book is Street Cred, Rules to the Money Game. That's right, Street Cred, Rules to the Money Game by our main man, Khalil, Abdul-Aziz. We picked this up, started this yesterday, and we're going to be picking it up going forward. Today, we're going to be talking about, do you have hustle? And thinking of a master plan. Good morning, Miss Terry Green. How are you? Good morning, Wendy B in the building. Good morning, Miss Okia. Thanks so much for joining. Of course, if you are watching this morning, go ahead and say good morning. That's what it's supposed to do, people. It's called consideration. It's called being considerate. You can say good morning. Hey, so I don't know where you may be this morning. If you're over at the New Black Wall Street, the Black Enterprise, Atlanta Black Business Network, good morning to you guys. If you want to interact with us, just come on over to my personal page where we're broadcasting from today, as we're going to go through the Street Cred Rules to the Money Game. Now, what I like about this book is a young person's guide to financial success. Everybody put in the comments below financial success. And because here's the deal, guys, what I found as a financial educator, no matter how old you may be, no matter what your age is, you can still be a kid in the area of money. You can still be a kid in the area of economics. You can still be a kid in the area of building wealth. And so it really doesn't matter who the book is directed towards, as long as you can get some of the principles, and hopefully you gather some today that you can pass on to the next generation. Bobby Blue Bad in the building. What's going on, brother? So at any rate, I want to let you know about our sponsors. You do have an opportunity to sponsor the show as well. Maybe you have a business, you have something that you like to promote, and you want us to help you pump up the volume into your business. Well, just all you got to do is just go over to the ERGJ Black Bookstore. Send us a message. Let us know that you are interested in the Pump Up the Volume sponsorship packages. We get you some information out. One of our sponsors this morning is none other than Made Inc. That's right, Made Inc. This brother was on our show last night, Black Man Monday, talking about the things that he's doing in the community. And Made stands for making a difference everywhere. Making a difference everywhere. Everybody put that in the comments below. Making a difference everywhere. Everywhere you go, you should be bringing your weather to the situation. That's right. You should be bringing your sunshine. You should be bringing your joy. You should be bringing your love to every place you go, and you should be the change agent that you like to see. See, if you become the change that you want to see, then things will change for you. Things will change in your life. Your environment will change. Your community will change. But it starts with you deciding to change. And this brother decided he's going to make a difference everywhere he go. And you're going to find out a little bit more about his company at www.madeinc.life. He has apparel, which is motivational apparel for the entrepreneur. So he talked about, I think, 6 different things yesterday. He said one shirt says freedom. One shirt says success. One shirt says wealth. One says power. One says greatness. And one says something else, I can't remember. But you're able to walk around with your power on your chest and reminding you of just how great, just how awesome, just how wonderful you are, just in case you may forget as you go along with your day, because we know the issues of life, they pop up. Now, because you are watching this show, you actually get a discount. And he's got a promo code, NBWS, New Black Wall Street 10. And he actually bumped it up. So through tonight, through midnight tonight, if you go to the website, and you decide that you find something that's good for you to wear or to pass down or give a gift, you're going to get 20% off, okay? So that MBWS, that 10%, he bumped it up to 20% because he was so impressed with our network. He was so impressed with the village. Everybody put the village. He was so impressed by the village, and he knew that, hey, he said, you guys are serious about this thing called group economics, and I want to make it easier for you to support me as I continue to go out and make a difference everywhere I go. So MBWS 10, through tonight, through Tuesday night, through the 18th, midnight tonight, you're going to be able to get 20% off the entire site when you go and patronize another brother, and you can practice group economics, circulating your dollar right back within your very own community, putting a little bit of your money into the hands of somebody that's making a difference, putting a little bit of your money into the hands of somebody that's employing our people, putting your money into the hands of somebody that's helping to make other entrepreneurs. And that is what you have an opportunity to do by going over to www.madeinc.life. Of course, our other sponsor is MBW, is the ERGJ Black Bookstore. Of course, that's my store. You go over to the ERGJ Black Bookstore. That's where you can inbox us. That's where you can shop for all of your Black authorship. All we do is focus on Black authorship. We knew there were other good books that were made, but we weren't highlighting our own people. And I said, we got to stop that. So we got nothing but Black authorship, bringing you some of the great books. And of course, I've written a book myself, The Black Billionaires Club. That is now out and being shipped out actually globally, because I got customers in New Zealand and Canada, and what's that other place? Australia. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? So anyway, you can get the Black Billionaires Club, which is a book about the Black wealth of today. Out of 2,000 billionaires in the world today, only 12 of them are Black. And we actually wrote a book about those 12. And I believe that if you want to be wealthy, then you should study wealthy people. And if you just happen to be Black and you want to be wealthy, I believe you should study Black wealthy people, okay? So you get the book, you go order the book. As a matter of fact, if you order the book today at www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, we're going to throw in a free gift. That's right, a free gift. We're giving a game away for $24.99. And with your order of the book today, we're going to give you a Bitcoin class. That's right, a Bitcoin workshop to show you how to trade, how to transfer, and how to cash out, because a lot of people don't know the how-tos of how to invest. And so we're going to share that with you when you order the book. That's right. We're giving the $12 billion game away for $24.99. That's right. Our book today, Street Cred, you can pick that up at the ERGJ Black Bookstore as well. You can get that for $15. That's the book we're going to be going through in just about 2 minutes. And then also want to make you aware of you, because it's Teach 'em Tuesday, I'm free. Everybody put in console, I'm free. I'm free. That's right, 30 days to a stress-free life. You can pick this up today at the ERGJ Black Bookstore for $15. Some of you guys woke up this morning with some stress in your life. Well, we're going to show you 30 days to a stress-free life right here in this book by none other than the authoress T. Renee. That's right, go and pick that thing up. Get that stress up out of your life. Get it up off of you so you can live the life that you want to live. But let's get right into what we need to talk about today. Street cred. Rules to the money game. Street cred. Rules to the money game. Now, if you remember yesterday, we talked about a couple things. We talked about know thyself and love thyself. That was the first law to wealth, is to lift yourself and love yourself so that you can become attractive to wealth. See, money is not something you have to chase or pursue. Money is something that you attract. And how do you attract money? Well, you attract money because money is in the hands of people. And because you become so attractive that you bring people into your life, they give you their money. Let me say that again. See, I don't think y'all understand it. Money is not something that you chase. It's not something that you pursue. It's something that you attract. You attract it by becoming an attractive person. Why? Because money is in the hands of people. And when you become attractive to people, they give you their money. It's just that simple, right? And of course, you need to be bringing value to the marketplace, but it's just that simple. Too many people have grown up in this world thinking they got to go chase money. No, you become a better you. You become a more attractive person to the marketplace, and people give you their money. Then second, we learned about the SWOT analysis, which is a personal SWOT. Hopefully you did your homework last night, which was to recognize in your life your strengths, recognize for your life your weaknesses, recognize for your life opportunities, which are here every day, but then also to recognize the threats. What's keeping you from being great? What's keeping you from living the life that you want to live? What's keeping you from wealth? And I venture to say this, that 99.99% of the time, the only thing that's keeping you from the life that you want to live is you. See, I've learned that if you want your life to change, if you want your community to change, if you want your bank account to change, you want your friendships to change, You must change. And until you decide to take personal responsibility and take control of your life, nothing changes if nothing changes. Well, let's get right into what we need to talk about today, guys. First great thing is, do you have hustle? Everybody put hustle in the comments below. Do you have a hustle? Do you have a hustle? Let's find out what Mr. Khalil Abdul-Aziz is going to say to us today. He says, know who you are, your strengths and weaknesses is the second law to having street credit. Knowing who you are, knowing your strengths and your weaknesses is the second law to having street credit. What's going on, Tasha? Once you know who you are, it is your responsibility to use your God-given gifts to get money. It's your responsibility to use your God-given gifts, your talents, your ability to get money. Everyone is good at something. Discover what you're good at and get to work. Unfortunately, it takes some of us longer than others to discover, I like that word, discover, to discover our strengths and begin creating money. The people who are close, what's going on, Katasha? The people who are close to us should bring out the best in us. But sometimes that is not always the case. In today's society, parents are too busy working and trying to provide for their children rather than spending time with them. Extracurricular activities such as reading, writing, sports, music, and arts and crafts are beginning to fall to the wayside while technology consumes our time. Seldom are parents able to have meaningful conversations at dinner to stimulate dialogue to get children thinking about harnessing their strengths. Schools are becoming robotic, are becoming monotonous and robotic. You are being prepared to learn how to memorize material for a test as opposed to discovering your strengths and learning how to relate those strengths to the real world. Everybody put in the comments below, discover. My question for you is, have you discovered yourself? Have you discovered yourself? Now, when I say that, I'm talking about your God-given gifts, your strengths, the things that make you unique and special, the things that make you valuable in the marketplace. Now, I know that you're a valuable person because you are alive. You are valuable. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about economic value. What is it that you do? What is it that you bring that brings value to the marketplace? In other words, other people value what you do so much that they're willing to pay you top dollar for your ability, for what you have created, for whatever it is that you bring that's of substance and of value. The reason why many of you are not getting paid what you think you should get paid is because you have not increased the value in someone else's life. Everybody put in comments below value. Once you begin to understand the connection between value and money, because that's all money is the exchange of value for value. If you don't give enough value, you don't get enough value in return. It's called the law of reciprocity. And too many of you guys are trying to give a little, but expecting a lot in return. That's not how it works. If you give a little, you get a little. But once you begin to bring more value to the marketplace, you begin to start getting paid a lot more. And I can tell you this, that you can get paid way more than what you're getting paid at your job, because I know that you can bring way more value than your job will allow you to bring. Let me say that again. You can get paid way more than you are at your job. Why? Because you can bring more value to the marketplace than your job will allow you. So your job only gives you a description. It says you need to fill out this part. This is the value you need to bring to our company. And for this value, we are going to pay you this amount of money. But outside of your job, see, on your job is where you are making your living. It's outside of your job where you should be making your fortune. On your job is where you are making your living. You're taking care of the bills. You're paying the car note. You're keeping electricity on. But it's outside of your job that you should be making your fortune, because you can bring way more value to the marketplace in your own time than you can on the time of your boss or your master or whatever you want to call it. That's right, man. You reap what you sow. So it says, in most cases, schools have proven to be counterproductive when a child doesn't pass a test. The child often feels inadequate, defeated, and misdiagnosed as being dumb or stupid. The truth is that these tests have very little to do with pulling out who you really are. In fact, if some of the richest people in the world today were to take some of these same tests, they would probably fail. Does that mean that they're stupid? Not at all. My suggestion is that you find someone you trust who is headed towards where you want to be in life. Mentorship. Everybody put in comments on mentorship. Mentorship is a great way to beef up your skills and receive feedback about your progress from someone who truly cares. In most cases, a mentor will not be a parent or a sibling, but a close friend of a family, a relative, the owner of the corner store, a coach, the neighborhood mechanic, senior class president, a pastor, or a bus driver. Contrary to what most people believe, everyone likes to share. No successful person got to where they are in life alone. Who was Jay-Z's mentor? Well, what about Russell Simmons, Steve Jobs, Albert Einstein, Barack Obama, Malcolm X, and Oprah Winfrey? If we interviewed these great giants, they would all list names of people who they borrowed and learned from to strengthen their skills. See, mentorship or coaching is there to help you strengthen your skills. Strengthen your skills. And I like to say it like this, as I do a lot of coaching. I help you to refine yourself, because you only know what you know, but there's so much that you may not know because you're only looking at it from inside the frame. But once you get someone that can look from outside the frame and see how much potential and worth and value that you have, you could bring, they could possibly bring it out of you or help you to discover it yourself. See, I just had a mentee yesterday reach out to me and tell me about her success. And I was like, wow, that's awesome. But it wasn't a shock to me, because the whole time that I've been working with her, the whole time that we had this mentorship program going on, I already saw the potential of what she could do. It was just a matter of her discovering it. And yesterday she discovered it to the tune of $1,500 in 4 hours. Now, some people hit me up like, oh, I want to be a part of that, blah, blah, blah. But really, are you really ready to humble yourself and listen to someone that can help you be a better self? Who do you trust to speak to you in a manner that will give you the information and the guidance that you need, and the discipline and the correction? See, most people are not ready for correction. That's the problem. See, even God says that he'll correct you, right? And that's a good thing. But most people are not ready for correction. They only are ready for what they believe is right for them. And so they find themselves stuck in their own way, because they're not willing to listen to someone else to help them to grow, to help them to strengthen their skills, to help them take them to another level. And it says in this book, he says this, he says, mentorship is a great way to beef up your skills. Everybody put in the comments, strengthen my skills. You got to be a person that decides that you want to strengthen your skills. Strengthen your skills. So Khalil says, I challenge you to get outside of your normal circle of influence and find someone who you would like to learn from and build a relationship. And it's okay to have several mentors. I recommend that you do. Be honest with who you choose by letting them know that you admire their work ethic and that you would like their help. If you approach someone with a sincere heart to learn, they will be glad to take you under their wing. I know what you're saying. Most people are too busy. I said that to my mentor one day, and she said, if you want to get something done, always ask a busy person. If you want to get something done, always ask a busy person. Now, why would you talk to someone who ain't doing nothing in life? You want to talk to the people that are busy because they're busy doing something. Surround yourself with people you want to be like. Remember this, if you hang out with 5 broke friends, you're more than likely to be the 6th one. My mentor also told me that the exposure you receive from a good coach can sometimes be more valuable than the training you receive at school. Learn your strengths and what you value to add to society. After discovering your strengths and the uniqueness you have been blessed with, Begin finding ways to use those talents to create money. Use your talents to create money. Here are a few examples. Number one, he says a math tutor, a personal trainer, landscaping, babysitting, selling candy, barber, beautician, create an art gallery and sell art, become a writer, create a popular blog site, create a YouTube channel. Here's the question. Do you have a hustle? Do you have a hustle? What are you doing outside of your job, if you have a job, to create wealth for yourself and your family? Do you have a hustle? Let's go on and move on to the next one. He says this is called Thinking of a Master Plan, man. Let's see what Mr. Khalil Abdul-Aziz, of course, again, this book, Street Cred, Rules to the Money Game, a young person's guide to financial success. You can get this book for $15 today. It's normally $20, but because we just got the book, we got it on sale. I think we got 3 copies left. So if you'd like to get the book, follow along with us on the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Just go over to the ERGJ Black Bookstore. That's Facebook page. Order your book today. And that's right. You get you a team in 2017. That's right. I'm right. That's what I'm talking about. Got your hustle, Miss Lamb. And so you can go ahead and get the book. Order it, and we get that thing out to ASAP Rocky. 3 people got their book or ordered their book yesterday. So we got a few copies left to be able to send out to you as we continue to support another Black author as he's continued to pour into us by the words that he's put on the page. So let's talk about Thinking of a Master Plan. Let's see what Mr. Khalil Abdul-Aziz has to say about this. He said, everyone seems to want to be rich or wealthy. On my financial literacy tours, I asked students the question, who would like to be rich or wealthy one day? I know that's right. It's hard to be a hustler without a hustle, man. I'm telling you, without a hustle. Everyone seems to, everyone always says, I would like to be rich or wealthy one day. Most times, every hand in the class goes up. I believe we asked our parents, our relatives, our friends, our neighbors the same question, their hands would also go up. Many people believe that money equates to happiness, but that isn't always true. However, many stresses of the world are created because of a lack of money. I heard my mentor say, money can't buy happiness, but it sure is a good down payment. Before moving further, I want to take out a sheet of paper. I want you to take out a sheet of paper. At the top, write the word wealthy. Without looking in the dictionary, try your best to define this word. So in the comments below, I want you to give me your best definition for the word wealthy. The word wealthy. What does that word mean to you? What's that definition to you? What does it look like to be wealthy for you? Without looking in the dictionary, try your best to define this word. Next, I want you to think of a few people who you think might be wealthy. So who is in your circle? Who do you know that you think might be wealthy? After you develop your list, write down some possible descriptions of their lifestyle. Here's an example. Beyonce, happy, beautiful, easygoing, popular, free. Okay? So first define wealthy, then think of people that you know or that you think might be wealthy, and then describe what you think their lifestyle is based off them being wealthy. Now I'm going to ask you the same question I'm going to ask my students. Do you want to be wealthy? I'm willing to bet that the answer is yes. As I stated earlier, most people respond the same way. Most people want to have money and plenty of it. Some of the words you use to describe the wealthy are beautiful. We all deserve the same lifestyle or better. Don't let anyone tell you different. By now, you've seen some of the traps and pitfalls of life. You've been exposed to what a little education, homelessness, unemployment, hunger, and a down economy can produce. A lack of money is the leading cause of crime, divorce, and other hardships that create an uncomfortable lifestyle. Never believe that life is easy without money. That is a lie. Money gives you the ability to be free, freedom to do what you were created to do. Plenty of money and resources give you the ability to help your fellow man. Without money, you will be in a position of servitude and wishing you had the means to do this or that. Earlier, we discussed knowing yourself and your strengths. It pleases God for you to utilize your strengths to produce your needs and wants. Even strange beasts, animals, and insects understand their strengths and use them. So why should you do differently? You are God's best creation. Enjoy heaven on earth as it is in heaven. Amen. Most will agree that money will help them to live their desired life, but the truth is that very few people know how to create that lifestyle. While 100% of Americans agree that they want to be rich, right now 75% are living paycheck to paycheck. What does this statistic teach? It shows that people want wealth, but don't know how to obtain it. We all want to be rich, but we don't know how to get rich. We all want to be wealthy, but we don't know how to get wealthy. And to me, that speaks very plainly to the lack of financial education. But then again, we want wealth. We don't know how to get it, but we don't want to learn how to get it either. We don't make financial education a priority. We don't make it valuable enough for us to do that instead of some of the things that we do. Matter of fact, entertainment is more valuable than a financial education to most people, and that's why most people are living paycheck to paycheck. So until we decide individually, because the school is not going to make it a priority, because they don't want everybody living on a house on the hill, right? Until the church ain't going to teach it, until we make it a priority to say that my self-education, what I'm going to teach myself, what I'm going to decide to learn on my own, out of my own desire, is financial education. And until enough black folk decide that financial education is a priority, whether that be investing, whether that be insurance, whether that be credit, whatever topic you want to talk about, it got to do with wealth, until it becomes a priority for you to learn about it, you just talking hot air. You just full of hot air. And you know, talk is cheap, and idleness and idle chatter only leads to poverty. See, these are principles that are taught. Idle chatter, hot air, only leads to poverty. You got something you need to do. You got some decisions that you need to make if you're serious about building wealth. So what I found is that most people are only interested in it. It sounds good. It's a big pie in the sky. It's a dream or a fantasy. There's only a few people who are working very diligently in their life to achieve their dreams of financial freedom. See, it's not something that you do physically. You can't run to freedom. See what I'm saying? You can't run to this type of freedom. You got to strategize your way to financial freedom. You got to plan your way to wealth. You got to study wealth. He just so happened to have a nice little black book here that talks about wealthy people and their road to wealth and what they've overcome. But you know what? Some people look at that book and they still mock at it. Like, why would I read such a thing? Well, you clearly are not interested in building wealth if you don't want to read about wealthy people. I don't know what to tell you. All right, there's a famous quote that I like, and it says, people don't plan to fail. They fail to plan. Read that quote out loud. I don't know why, but it always twists up my tongue. What does that mean to you? Think about it. People don't plan to fail. They fail to plan. 100% of people want to be wealthy, but 75% or more never achieve that goal. Why? You got it. They don't have a plan. Here's my question to you, people. Do you have a financial plan for wealth? Do you have a financial roadmap, a personal financial plan to wealth? A plan, not a discussion, not a conversation, a plan to financial freedom, to wealth, to riches. Do you have a plan? Otherwise, you just spinning in circles, hoping that you land on something. You are depending on luck, and luck and hope is not a financial strategy. Do you have a financial plan, a personal financial plan to the attainment of wealth in your life? 75% of people don't. My question to you, are you a part of the crowd or are you a part of the few? Repeat that again. Are you a part of the crowd? The crowd of people who have no financial plan, no roadmap to wealth, No blueprint to financial freedom. Are you part of the few, the 20 to 25%, the 10% of people who made planning their success a priority? Don't shout me down because I'm preaching good. According to statistics, only 1 out of 4 Americans have enough savings to cover monthly expenses for 6 months for crisis situations like job loss, medical expenses, or other unexpected accidents. Roughly 3/4 of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Paycheck to paycheck means before a person can cash their check, it is already spent on bills. After that paycheck is spent, there isn't any money left. They are without money until their next check comes. This is a vicious cycle. It's an uncomfortable, unfulfilling lifestyle. This is unfair for a person to work a part-time or full-time schedule, and before they can enjoy the fruits of their labor, it is spent on bills. Nothing is left over to save, to invest, or even to enjoy. Take out that same sheet of paper from earlier. Now list 5 to 10 people who you know live paycheck to paycheck. After listing their names, write a list of adjectives that describe their lifestyle. Here are some of the adjectives. They're stressed, unhappy, tired, worried, and depressed. Now compare your list and decide which lifestyle you want to live. Which lifestyle do you want to live? Do you want to live the lifestyle of broke, busted, and disgusted? Or do you want to live the lifestyle of the rich, the wealthy, the stress-free, the happy? I'm glad you chose to be wealthy. Now the question is, how does one become wealthy? Unfortunately, the people who live paycheck to paycheck lifestyle were miseducated. They were taught to go to school, get good grades, graduate, go to college, and find a good job. You've probably been taught the same. Do you know the definition of insanity? The definition is trying the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. That's precisely what we're doing. We all get taught the same stuff in school. However, the majority of people who use this map lead a lifestyle that causes them to live paycheck to paycheck. By no means am I suggesting not to do your best in school, to get good grades, and to move forward to college. What I am suggesting is that there are some missing pages to this map. These missing pages teach us how to use our education to become wealthy and gain financial freedom. How to use our education to become wealthy and gain financial freedom. One other myth is that you can achieve wealth by saving money. This couldn't be further from the truth. Saving is important and has its purpose, but it's never been a formula that leads people to wealth or financial freedom. People usually never have enough to save or end up dipping into their savings to use it for various needs and wants. Pay close attention to the following chapters. What I will share with you next are the missing pages that are not taught in your school textbooks. The information I'm going to give you will be the blueprint you need to create a wealth and as well as a desired lifestyle. I'll expose you to the secrets that the wealthy use to acquire and maintain financial freedom. Every game has rules. Everybody put that in the comments below. Every game has rules. And most of us are playing the money game without instructions. Think about that. Get the new game, just got the PlayStation, you pop in the game you never played before, you don't know the rules, you don't know what the buttons do. You sit there playing a game of money without knowing the rules, without the instructions to building wealth in this capitalistic society. I think, what is his name? Claude Anderson said it like this. He said that we're playing a real life game of Monopoly. A real life game of Monopoly. The better you know the rules of the game, the better your chances are to win. Life, ladies and gentlemen, is a game. The more you understand the rules of the game will dictate your quality of life. Take a second to think. What taught you about money? Who taught you about money? Where did you learn your first lesson about money? Is the person you learned about money wealthy or living paycheck to paycheck? Just like my story, many of you don't know who taught you about money, or the person you're learning from doesn't know much either. How do you expect to learn the game if you don't have a good teacher? How do you expect to learn the game of money if you don't have a good teacher? of the game of money. I wrote this book to share with you what I've learned about the game and give you the missing links that are not teaching us at home or in school. It may come out as a shock to some of you, but I have to break the news to you anyway. You cannot get rich by playing the lottery. Poor people waste millions each year playing games of chance. Playing games of chance. Wishing and hoping for wealth is a waste of time. Woo! Wishing and hoping for wealth is a waste of time. Instead of gambling our lives away, we're going to take control of our lives and destiny. We're going to use our God-given gifts and talents to place ourselves in heaven, not by chance, but because we're going to understand the rules to the game. Moving forward, I'm going to refer to those living paycheck to paycheck as the 75%, and people who have financial freedom as the 25%. So in the comments below, I want to know from you, what do you plan to be? Do you plan to live your life, the rest of your life, in the 75%? Or are you developing a plan right now or reaching out to somebody that can help you develop a plan right now so you can be in the 25%? So if you're a 75%er, don't say nothing. But I want to see the people who are the 25%ers, okay? Because I don't want to call out 75%. 25%, go ahead and put in the comments below 25%. I want to know who I'm talking to because I know I attract to myself a lot of quality people, a lot of high caliber people, a lot of intelligent black folk. And I just want to know, who am I talking to today? Are you going to stay in the 75%? Or you going to get on down to the 25%? That's what I'm talking about, Monica. We're on our way to the 25%. We ain't playing no more. We taking this thing serious. We taking control of our life and our financial destiny. The difference between the two is simple. One knows the rules to the game and the other doesn't. 75% believe that they need to find a job, earn a paycheck, and try to save. The 75% also think they got to keep going back to school for some reason. But that never happens. That seldom works. Once they receive that paycheck, their money has one job, and that is to spend. The wealthy know that money is not used for spending. They know how to flip their earned income into an asset to create more money. They know how to flip their earned income into an asset to create more money. We'll talk about assets later. The wealthy believe in one principle, and that principle is pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. Man, so the difference is one knows the rules, the other one doesn't. I like flipping too. I'm telling you what, man, I like flipping money, man. Like I said, when you wake up in the morning, you got more money in your bank account than when you went to sleep, you know you're on the right track to wealth. How many guys woke up this morning with more money in your account than when you went to sleep with? In other words, you got your money working for you somewhere, somehow, some way, whether it be passive income or portfolio income. You woke up this morning with at least one dime more than when you went to sleep with. I don't care if it's 1 penny, 5 cents. You went to bed, you woke up this morning, and you looked at your bank account, and you saw that you had more money in your account than when you went to sleep. That's right, Cyrus. We've been talking about Ethereum, right? And people that have put their money into an asset that has just grown over 10% overnight, they woke up this morning with more money than they went to sleep with. My question to you, though, because he talked about it, he said the reason why many people haven't learned about money because they don't have a good teacher. Who is teaching you about money? Who are you allowing to teach you about money? Because what I found is as we get older, we get to a position where we know what we know, and that's all that we're concerned about. Not concerned about learning anything new because we get too busy to learn. And so we don't grow. Malcolm X said this. Malcolm X said education is the passport. So financial education must be the passport to financial freedom. Everybody put that in the comments below. Financial education is the passport to financial freedom. Now at this time, I'd like for you to put in the comments below, what is it that you learned today? What is your takeaway from, do you have a hustle and thinking of a master plan. As we're going through this book together by Mr. Khalil Abdul-Aziz, this is not a time for entertainment. I don't do this to entertain. You might get entertained, but it's all about educating and empowering you to go out and be your best self, especially in the financial arena, because that is my specialty. I'm a certified financial educator. I teach people about money. I fix broke. That's just what I do. So what is your takeaways? What spoke to you today? What really stood out for you today? The reason why I asked is to find out if we need to keep coming back and doing this. The New Black Wall Street Book Club. We don't want to be reading books that's having no impact in your life. We want to make sure we're bringing something of substance. In other words, something of value to your life. Now, while you guys are typing, because I know I talk faster than you type, I'll go ahead and run through our sponsors again. Again, Made Inc. Making a difference every day is apparel that we have that is sponsoring this show, www.madeinc.life. Matter of fact, because you watch this show, he's giving you a discount across his network, across his platform. So go to www.madeinc.life. Your promo code is going to be NBWS, New Black Wall Street 10. And through today, you're going to get 20% off, not just 10. He made that adjustment last night. So you got through midnight tonight to get 20% off anything at his particular store. Also, ERGJ Black Bookstore. Matter of fact, today's show is hosted by the Black Bookstore. What I'd like for you to do is actually go over to the bookstore, like the page, follow the page, and leave a review. I believe that money is the exchange of value for value. And if you got value out of today, then there should be some value that you give in return. And I'm not asking for your money today. What I'm asking for you is to leave a review on your ERGJ experience over at our bookstore. See, this is how we collect valuable information from our customers, from those that experience what we do, is by you leaving a review. Money is the exchange of value for value. Don't be a person that grabs a whole bunch of value but gives nothing in return. That's called being selfish. That's called being a hoarder. That is not operating with the law of reciprocity, and you'll find yourself not getting much because you don't give much. You're always wanting much, but you're not willing to give much. That's a simple principle I think everybody understands. You can get Street Cred for $15. You can pick that book up. We got 3 copies left. The next 3 people, they get the book. You also have the Black Billionaires Club, which is now out and being shipped out. You can go over to the Black Bookstore, get that book as well, or you can actually go to the website, theblackbillionairesclub.com, and then we made available to you as well another book, To Get Stressed Up Out of Your Life, I'm Free, by Miss Tanisha Renee Gladney. So let's see here what we got here. Bobby Lou says, stay focused. Once you have a financial plan, you can't do it by yourself. Find mentors. That's his takeaway from today. I know that's right. Keep going, Mr. Cyrus. We got to keep on keeping on. That's exactly what we're going to do. Monica, what did you say? You said, if you want to read, I'll read it to you. Oh, I know that's right. That's just how we got to do, man. We got to make some change. That's what I decided to do, man. If you have money to play the lottery, you have money to invest. Absolutely right, Mr. Van. That's right on. That's spot on the money. You're putting all this money into something that's giving you to give you so little a chance to even win. But you got these other great companies. Netflix up 10% overnight. Amazon up 30% since the beginning of the year. You got all these places that you can put your money at and actually grow on something, grow your money. What? Ethereum and Bitcoin up 10% overnight. Overnight. Y'all playing. ERGJ ain't playing though. Y'all can keep playing if you want. Black Moses can leave Black Well, but he can't make you take action. That's what I do know. All right, people, man. I guess y'all ain't gonna leave no more comments for me, so we're gonna have to wrap this thing up as we get ready to move on this terrific Tuesday. This is Teach 'em Tuesday. Matter of fact, tonight we do have a class, part of the New Black Wall Street Club, Millie, that's going to be talking about fundamental analysis. So if you're interested in learning how to evaluate a company, how to break down their financials and see the strength of a company, you want to be in that class tonight if you're serious about learning how to invest. I remember when I wanted to learn how to invest, there was nobody out here like this, providing this type of information to little or no cost. I had to spend a whole bunch of money to sit up in these seminars to find out what I learned. And now that I'm offering it to people, it seems strange to me that they wouldn't take advantage of it. But what I do know is that people make time for what's important to them. And until investing, until financial education becomes important to you and your family, you will not spend a dime in that arena and will continue to live the life that we've always been living. And that is broke, busted, and disgusted. It's up to you to make a decision to change that. And you can do that at any time that you decide. As Will Smith said, it's just a decision. And it's a commitment to financial freedom that you must make. Well, guys, ERGJ, certified financial educator, founder of the New Black Wall Street. We're going to keep on keeping on, man, because that's just what we do. What I do know is that Harriet Tubman said she could have freed more slaves if only they knew that they were slaves. Are you a slave to your paycheck? Are you a slave to your job? You can't be free until you free your mind. Hey, remember this, man. It takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build black wealth together. You guys have a good day.
It's the New Black Wall Street Book Club. New Black Wall Street. With your host, Evan Jefferson. It's time for us to go. Yeah. Now, you ain't got to leave the computer, but we encourage you to get out there and learn and apply all the things you learn at the New Black Wall Street Book Club.